A very good morning to everyone. Hope you all are doing well. And today we are going to talk about a father and daughter duo who have climbed Mount Everest, the world's highest peak. And here, the adventure is a way of life. Gurgaon based Azid Bazaz, the father, and his daughter, Dia Bazaz, climbed 8,848 meters to become India's first father daughter duo to successfully reach the summit, Mount Everest, the world's highest peak, on 16th May 2018. Let us see how the journey has begun. So, how did it all start? It was because of Azid Bazaz, a Padma Shri awardee, and his daughter Dia's first attempt at climbing Mount Everest. And despite all the life threatening challenges, extreme weather conditions, and the difficulties of the climb, they came back home feeling wonderful and proud. And over 10 years ago, 53-year-old Azid, who runs a couple of adventure companies, became the first Indian to ski to the North Pole and the South Pole within a year. His elder daughter Dia, whom we are going to talk about, was trained at Nehru Institute of Mountaineering in Uttarkashi, and before that, she took a 20-day Trans Greenland skiing expedition in 2011 when she was 70. She even climbed Mount Elbrus, and now she is a graduate in environmental science. So, how did it start? The daring father and daughter, when did they take this decision? The previous year, they decided to climb the Everest, and for them, the training was super fun. They began by working out at a gym to get really into good shape. They ran and swam together. Then they did an expedition in Ladakh at 20,500 feet in August. The idea was to get out and climb together as father and daughter team before the big climb. They did three more training expeditions. They went to Nepal in December. They met their Sherpa team and bought equipment and went over the Rinjo La Pass. They went back to Ladakh for a couple of weeks and stayed with the army, were lucky to spot a snow leopard. So, what do you mean by a Sherpa? At the end of the story, we'll be knowing it. When they were confident about themselves, they decided that they would attempt the climb from the Tibet on April 10th. And when did they plant the tricolor on Mount Everest? It is in the month of May. Guess the date, as we have already discussed previously. So, for them, how did this adventure start and where this interest has been started for Azit as well as for Dhia? Coming to Azit, he was born in Dharmashala in Himachal Pradesh. His father introduced them to outdoors and he took him out for trekking in the mountains. He attended a school in Himachal and went to Delhi Stephen College, which had a strong outdoor club. He started climbing, rafting, skiing, and eventually took adventure sports professionally. And later on, it turned as an hobby, and then a passion, and then a full time profession, which rolled into him. He was very lucky to introduce Dia early to the extreme outdoors, and she took it very naturally. Ever since she was little, she was an outdoorsy and she liked to represent the schools in nationals and she has a black belt in taekwondo and she's lucky to have her dad as a partner and they did this cross skiing in 2012. She was the youngest person on the planet to ski across Greenland ice cap, which is the second largest chunk of the ice after Antarctica. So there is no doubt how this duo has been on the highest summit. Now we'll be talking about their actual journey and how it has taken place. They both were in good shape but still apprehensive. They had butterflies in the stomach and the fear of the unknown. Halfway through their journey, there was a huge storm one night. They were climbing on steep snow slopes and it was extremely hard with the gusty winds blowing at 50 to 60 km per hour. They were worried that the tent would be blown out. But to the God's grace, the wind has died down and they could continue their journey. And they were also continuously keeping in touch with their mother And also, she was feeling happy and thanking the technology, and also where she could communicate with her mother daily. The actual journey begins from here, the last night before the feed. They didn't sleep much as it was very cold and the temperatures were anywhere between -35 and 40 degrees Celsius. They continued climbing, and to their surprise, Azit oxygen malfunctioned. And his mask was not working properly and it froze just an hour and a half below the summit. He even couldn't breathe and he was pushing himself very hard. And he didn't even let Dia wait for him. Why? Because at that point of time, Dia was doing well, and that would also ruin the chances of her climbing. So he made her to go. And luckily, Azit had found a spare mask and he started climbing up. He started climbing and he climbed so fast as he could in order to catch her up. Dia reached the summit at 4:30 a.m. and it was dark, but she was lucky enough to see the sun rise from the Everest. He reached 15 minutes after her. The mountain goddess was kind to them, they felt. They both were extremely emotional, and planting the national flag on the summit was a very, very special moment for both of them. Obtaining all the resources and overcoming all the obstacles in an adventure is not an easy part. And they felt the first thoughts that it was a surreal. It took a while for the feeling to sink in, but a minute it struck them that it was a long, treacherous way down. Scary thoughts clouded the happy high briefly. And one thing they soon realized that going up is an option, but coming down is mandatory. It was another ball game because they could scale off the draw and how narrow the path was and how dangerous it's going to be. They had to be really, really careful and focused. With a lot of effort and hard work and dedication and commitment has been taken by the daughter, Dia. And even her parents were very supportive to her, where adventures are being considered only for the boys, but here it has been encouraged towards a girl child. Clearly states that girls can achieve anything if a family support is there with them. So, thanking you for giving me this wonderful opportunity. Bye.